Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Gerald, Tarot Stash. I have an amazing guest, Jeff from Tarot Ask Backwards. And Jeff and I are doing readings today using the Visions of Life Tarot. So please join us and get settled in. Yeah, it's good music, isn't it?
It is very good music.
I love the music. So everybody, please welcome Jeff from Tarot
Hi,
Ask
everybody.
Backwards. And Jeff, links are below. My links are below. I believe links below also for your books available through the Zon of Amma. There's different ways that you can support our channels. One of them is by liking and subscribing because it's free. Please check your subscriptions. Apparently, things are happening.
The cupper, yeah.
Yeah. So, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. Really?
Imagine if you put seek professional help there. Just the little subtle nuance, how that would have freaked people out. Oh, he's patronizing us.
No. Well, but here is the thing, Jeff. I think it's really important that when people recognize they need help and they ask for help, that to me is a sign of a strong person and a wise person.
I wish I had learned that years ago.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. So today we are doing mini readings. And Jeff, do you offer private readings?
I do offer private readings, general or specific, based on your preference. I will also let you know I do the poetry bit as well. I can either prepare that before, after, or either in a recorded Zoom message or in a live one-on-one. My email is esoterica@gmail.com, or actually esoterica1975@gmail.com.
And so, is that available? That's available on your. You can find your email from the
from all the from the verbiage that I did throw in there and all the hashtags, which I'm hashtag obsessed clearly because of all the political things, and then one week rolls into another and I keep the same hashtag. So
I don't know anything about hashtags. I've never seen a hashtag. And we have, by the way, we have the best chatters, we have the work lurkers, we have the best lurkers, and we also have the future lurkers who are here. And let's say hello to a few of those. And it looks like Liz and Awe was in first. Hello, Liz. Hope Riley, good to see you, Hope. Ange, Roots and Waves, good to see you. And Purple Elephant, Deb H is here. Tropical Empress in Spirit said, hi, handsome Jeff, Gerald, and all wonderful souls here.
Aww.
Good to see you. And Brian from Blushing Nerd Tarot has joined us. Good to see you. And mods, and this is on Jeff's channel. We need to watch this one, Tarot Ask Backwards, because, could be causing trouble. That's you.
That's I. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm being a smart aleck. Mimi is here. Free Spirit, great to see you. And Fancy is here. Hello. Great to see everybody. So this is, we're going to do readings. And this is using a deck that Jeff and I did. Well, Jeff made me do this. This is a deck that I got after I saw it on your channel, and we had a deck casual on it, which was a lot of fun.
Yep.
So this is the second time we've been reading with these. So if people would like a mini reading, please type it all in capital letters. We're not doing politics, finances, health, or third-party readings, and we're doing them in random order. So, Rooted Willow Readings is here. Hello, good to see you. And Ange is moving between channels. Thank you, Ange. Oh, Divine Being is here. Hello, good to see you. And I got you, Amanda, Tropical Empress and Spirit. If you have a specific question, please let us know. We're going to try to do as many readings as possible. And so got you Purple Elephant, Deb H. So if you would like, if you have a specific reading, let us know. If you just want a general, that's cool as well. So, Jeff, what do you have coming up on your channel?
What do I have coming up? Well, I do have the introduction of and I don't know if you saw the trailer for it yet. I'm hoping you have. Creators Apocalyptic Reading Daily. Which
oh my God!
What if you were told that you only had 5 days to live, or the world will coming to an end in 5 days? What is it Spirit will want you to know? Not is it I need to do something, because we're always worried about doing. This is a situation in which we can't control what we're going to be doing because it's going to be gone. So if it is something you need to do that Spirit wants you to know, this is what I'm going to try to channel through this. And I am going to be using the poetry bit within it as well. The trailer is up, and it's not in any way about the end. Okay. It's just about and I have had people ask me that. It's just a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical, yeah.
Some people have a certain level of emergency with their readings,
Sure. Oh, of course.
Different channels. And I think that would really resonate with a lot of people. So I decided to approach it from that vantage point.
I love that. And we have great reading requests coming in, so thank you. Jeff and I are going to try to be as efficient as possible because Jeff needs to be done. He needs to be done at 5 minutes after the hour, is what I'm saying, so that you can do all of the things, right? You've got a whole bunch of stuff doing, and you have another show later today that you're doing.
I can go as far as 12:30, actually, because I don't need to. Okay. Yeah, that's up to you, though.
Okay. Well, all right. So I have on Monday, I have a Laugh and Learn about human design. It's the final 2 authorities, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I also have on Monday evening, Caffeinated and Unfiltered. So lots of good stuff. Please do like and subscribe so that you will be in the know about what's going on. Because I do try to put up what's coming. And again, if you want to, a great way to support the channel is you can make a donation through PayPal. That is any amount, it works. And all right, so I'm going to remove that. I'm going to look at the starred. Did I say hi to Free Spirit? Hi, Free Spirit, if I didn't say hi to you. So, all right. Okay, so Tropical Empress. We've got what messages, if any, my dad Richard has for me. Okay, thank you. And then next up will be Purple Elephant Deb H. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so I heard a few things when I first opened this up to channeling and through my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a treehouse. I heard the lake. I heard blatant. I heard abrupt. I'm wondering if your dad passed rather abruptly. I don't know, but I got the Nine of Pentacles for you, which in this deck is known as self-sufficiency. He's really proud of how you've been able to come full circle and actually complete something, as far as even if it were a struggle from an early age, earlier than it should have been, is what I'm hearing. That you were able to tap into what it was that he did try to impart to you, as far as some of the lessons about self-reliance, even if you had to learn some lessons too early. And I think that kind of shaped your judgment and made you early on a little more cynical than you might have had to have been with this card, the Judgment card, I think. And so, instead of talking people's ear off or having them talk your ear off about what you should do, you arrived at the right conclusions about what it was best for you, as far as making your own way in the world and not relying on anyone else. So I'm hearing the message overall for you is kudos, just applause, and all around looking at you in awe. And I'm seeing a ladder for some reason too. That's all I got.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I think, Amanda, one of the things that is important is, I think, I got 21. So this is recognition. Dad is seeing what you're doing. Dad is, I'm assuming he's on the other side. And I don't know, how long ago was it that Richard passed, Amanda, if you don't mind. And she did say, yes, he did die abruptly from a stroke. We spent a lot of time at the lake and a treehouse from my childhood.
Wow.
That's amazing. Cannot make this stuff up. So there's this beautiful recognition of you, and I like how there's the start of a tree there. This is the Hanged Man. So it feels like you're waiting for something. You're waiting to do something, waiting to take some sort of an adventure. I think the message from your dad, Richard, is to go ahead and start taking the steps to do that. Because because not doing it is causing some anxiety for you. This is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is, you're almost done with it and you still have to move it. You still have to stick with it a little bit. So so Dad sees you. He says, stop waiting, start doing, take some small steps. He died 18 years ago. Okay. So I would say, I think the message is, he's definitely around, but when you have that opportunity to start looking at some things differently, start to do it, and he might be able to help you with that. So, Amanda, I hope that helps. And Rain's Kitchen and Garden has joined us.
Hi, Rain. Thank you for the kind email.
That's beautiful. And Iono, you can type in a question. We'll try to get through as many as we can. And all right. Purple Elephant, Deb H is up. And how will my trip to Colorado for an event be? Good decision? Question mark. So, and then did I say hi to Brian Blushing Nerd Tarot? So you're welcome, Amanda. So. And if you're curious about this deck, you can, links to our conversation about it are below. So you can do that. Whenever you're moved, Jeff.
So the things that I heard were, I heard the word therefore, and I heard the word mountain. I'm wondering if you're going to some kind of conference where they want you to speak about some of the health issues you might have been through or something personal. Because I got the Queen of Wands, and to me, the Queen of Wands is about, of course, inspiration, imparting those lessons that you have learned when you're in authority. But right next to it, you did get the Page of Swords, which to me is almost like young energy, and to me, new messages that may not have a foundation in somebody's perspective, meaning the audiences. So you're going to have a lot to share at this. I don't know if it's a retreat or if it's a public speaking engagement. And then I got the Hierophant reversed. So it's really going to feel like you're going to relate really well to these people, despite not being maybe in the higher echelons of, academia, or in like not as, professing to know absolutely everything about this is not important. You're going to relate to them on a gut earthy level, which is going to be really important. So I see it going really well.
Deb said not publicity this time. I'm hoping to make some new connections. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So the short answer is, Deb, yes, it is a good decision. And there's going to be an opportunity for, I have two queens, and you had a queen, right? You had the Queen of Wands. So two queens popped out. I had the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. So the fact that there are three queens here, that is extremely powerful. So it feels very much like you are going to get an experience of the divine feminine in a variety of forms. Don't let that motherhood and the sensuality, confuse you or take you off the path. But it is, the sensuality is it's going to remind you about your body, and it's also going to remind you about the things that you can bring to fruition. A key thing, and I got strength. You're going to need to watch your stamina. Make sure that you are maintaining your stamina to do the things that you want to do. And I also have the Eight of Wands. This is going to rush you energetically, really, really powerfully. So it could be a really interesting time for you. You might get some new connections with people, as you were saying. It also could rush some of the energy healing that you need. There might be some people there who could make some connections for you for that too. You have something else to add, Jeff?
No, I did. I just was going to say all around it looks really good, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Deb. Appreciate it. And Sandy Johnson, and then Divine Being. Sandy Johnson. Saw in my cards that I was going to get an internal job I applied for, but they went with someone else. What happened? Is there another job opportunity coming instead? And Beth Vespazia Rising stopped by before she's teaching yoga. So Sandy. Sandy, did they hire an internal person?
Huh. Okay, this is funny. Not funny, but so I heard the word restrictions. I heard the word fulfillment for you. And I don't know if you're working from home, if that's what you meant by internal, or if it's a temporary thing, or if it's in the office versus remote, or if that's what you're. But what I did get was right now there's a certain element of stability or comfort within which you're working, in the sense that even though you're not growing in terms of maybe financially or the way you want to within the hierarchy of this organization, you are content. But that's not enough at this point. And what I also got was the Eight of Cups reversed, which is indifference in this deck, and it was reversed. So
okay.
What that tells me is it's almost like canceling out what you just got, because you can't walk away from it, but you don't want to stay. Yeah. So it's something else you want to do within the company. And then I got the Eight of Swords restrictions. So it's, to me, about something else that you want to do for fulfillment. But if I'm being honest with you, I hate that expression. Let me just lie. No, I don't see it. I don't see it with this one.
Okay. Sandy does say it's a job within the same company I work for, and Sandy does work from home.
Okay.
So, I mean, the first card we know, this is disappointment. This is exactly what's going on. You're disappointed. You were, you saw that you were going to get it. Now, what's interesting is I have two kings that show up. So I have the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So this is saying, we have wealth, and then we have wisdom. To be honest with you, Sandy, I'm actually going to think, for entertainment purposes only, I don't think you wanted the job that you had applied for, because it's not going to give you what you're looking for. And in fact, when I was going, okay, what can I tell Sandy to help her, is I got the Four of Pentacles underneath the King of Pentacles. So that's certainly lined up. Save your resources. Don't immediately say, oh, it's not going to happen. And so stay focused. Stay focused. They did want to hire men only for it.
There you go.
Oh, they did want to hire men only for the job. Okay. So underneath, supporting the King of Cups, Sandy, I love this. I have hope. I actually think, Sandy, there's something else that's coming up. There's something else that is coming up that is very much going to be much more in line with your skill set. I don't know. Do you do stuff with money or finance or something like that? Tracking. It feels like you're very, with this miser, it feels like you're very accurate and you know where things are and what things are doing. So, don't lose hope. Hope is always there. And this is the 17. So this is the star in the traditional tarot. I love the star. It's my favorite. Oh my God. OMG. Yes, they reduced pay and job description so the men could qualify. Oh God. So don't lose hope. And this is one of those things. Make sure that you have hope, but also grounded in some action to make sure that you're always continuing your skills and learning and developing, and you're checking stuff off that you've done. So, yes. Oh, you work for a bank.
Wow,
Okay.
Gerald.
Okay. Well, cool. So, and seriously, don't lose hope. And you keep doing the amazing things that you're doing. And stay focused. So I think that's great. Viviani has arrived. Hello.
And that could be why I heard fulfillment.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And thank you, Sandy. And oh look, Amanda says this is a cool deck. Now I'm going to go get this deck and add. Purchase responsibly. Know your limits. We are here to share, not to sell. Don't get any kickbacks. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, and Sandy, please come back and let us know because I'm always curious about how that works out. So, Divine Being, then Mimi, and then Liz and Awe. Those are the next three. Divine Being, are you here? Mimi, are you here? And then Liz and Awe. Let us know if you're here. And Divine Being says, "Can I please get a mini reading general for August?" Well, of course. Divine Being is here. Woohoo! And Brian did say he liked to see that there were more thumbs up that there were than there were people in chat. So he likes to see
that. That is a good thing.
I always like to see that too. And also, thank you again for being here. After the video, or if you're watching this in the playback, please leave a comment. That lets us know that you've enjoyed what we're doing and that we should do more of it. So, and Liz and Awe is very much in here. There you go. All right.
Okay, so I heard the word quagmire, and I heard the word mud, and I heard the word something like power. I'm wondering because I got this first, the Ace of Cups. I got, and we heard the word underestimate too. I wonder if there's something you're not taking into consideration about your own feelings right now, because this reading's about you. But I'll explain why I'm saying that in a minute. Something you're not taking into consideration about either your own health or your own feelings, because I feel as if somebody in some sort of position of authority that you might be jealous of or want to step into, or take it over because you feel they're abusing their own power that should be yours. They've absconded with it or something, because I got the Emperor. And it just keeps putting you into a lower vibration. You keep falling behind more as a result. And then I got defeat reversed, which to me, when it's the Five of Swords reversed, it's like, I don't want to play anymore, so I'm going to have my swords. But in the regular Rider way, he's got a smile on his face. Here, it's not so much that. I mean, you could say that there were going to be some compromise above it, but I think it's more about teamwork and maybe adjusting the perspective so that a little bit of balance of responsibility or the power that you need to feel can be delegated. I'm hearing, delegate or something. So I don't know if it's professional or about a relationship, but that's what I got for you.
Okay. So divine being, if August hasn't already started off with a bit of struggle, it's going to have some struggle. And again, for entertainment purposes only. Because I have the Hierophant conformity. People are, you're sort of seeing the rules that you are not, that don't work for you, and you're wanting to push against them. And people may be trying to tell you how to live your life and what to do. And I don't think, divine being, I get the feeling you're not a person who goes with that. If somebody says you should do something,
all this conflict coming in at once.
Yeah, and it's just like going, good luck with that. But then there's this 5 of Pentacles, or poverty, and it feels like people are they're not offering help when you need it, or you're not asking for help when you need it. Poverty is an opportunity to share freely of what you have, to ask freely of what you need, and to offer freely of what you have. So poverty, it feels very much I'm wondering if physically you've been struggling with something. So I got 2 lives, or 2 5. You got 2 5s. Yes. You got 2 5s. Well, 2 5s here. Yeah, definitely. The Hierophant and the 5 of Pentacles. Underneath the 5 of Pentacles, we have the Fool, start. If you haven't, divine being, asked for help or offered help to people, now's the time to do that. You can totally switch the energy, because if you're starting, you're getting out of your traditional ways of being. Take small steps and start something new. And I'm not saying you have to give all your money away or anything like that. Instead, freely give. Do without a cup of coffee because you've, given somebody that money. Buy somebody else a cup of coffee. Take somebody to the grocery store, to the bank, just out of the kindness of your heart. Toward the end of the month, you're getting the World. This is recognition. I love this. Isn't this great? I mean, this is a wonderful card, because what we're seeing is we're seeing that the world is opening up to you. Oh, and isn't that interesting? We have the Fool, or start. We have 0. And then we also have recognition, the final card. So August is going to be a month of lots of opportunities for you here, divine being. Under this is supported by the Knight of Pentacles. This is lover. And what's great about this card, I think this is one that you and I talked about, Jeff, in the deck chat tool.
And I think I had trouble figuring out what it was. And you told me.
So this Knight of Pentacles is saying, slow and steady. And you probably have someone in your life, or you are that. Maybe it's your divine connection, but someone who is always going to be there and always support you, always recognize the beauty and the energy that is in you. Accept that. Invite it in. Now, it doesn't have to be a lover, but it's somebody who is going to be there. It's a slow and steady wins the race. So
I also wanted to point out, too, you actually got 3 5s, because you did get the 5 of Swords, too.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
So you got, not in one reading, but...
Yeah, yeah.
And those can mean stop, halt, and hold. Stop, halt, and hold. So make sure you're careful about what you're doing.
Yes. And, in 5s, it's an exchange of energy. It's something that's going on. It's how you respond to it that's really important. If somebody says something mean to you, do you counteract them with saying something mean back to them? You don't have to. You can. It's your choice, but it's an opportunity for you to start something different. So thank you, Divine Being. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We did see, wait a minute. Felicia Franklin is here. Hello. Good to see you. Yeah, and Ange just figured out what the debt cost in Canadian and shipping. It's an expensive debt. So Mimi is here, and then we have Liz and all, and then Ioana. So Mimi would like a spiritual reading. Well, I do have to say hello to Richie Longman Tarot is here. Hello, Richie. Great to see you. Richie and I, we talked on Friday. We talked about tarot and the sense of hearing. It was really, really good. So, and Mimi is here. So Mimi would like a spiritual reading, please.
Okay. All right, so the words that I got for you, Mimi, were devoid and doubt. And I feel like you've done a lot of, I don't know if you've done a lot of searching through religion in your life, or you've done a lot of reading on different religions, Eastern or Western, but I feel as if what you're trying to find is tied more toward what you practically can manifest on Earth because of some type of stagnation you're feeling. Because I got the Four of Swords reversed, which to me just means kind of suspension and stagnation without meditation. It to me is basically saying, I'll accept the status quo, but you're done with that. You've had about enough of that. And you're tired too, also, of being judged for what it is that you do. Not like professionally per se, but how much money you can, produce as a byproduct. You're seeing your hard work, which oftentimes is based on repetitive, I don't want to say like the French word for factory, l'usine, and like in a factory, but like it's so much more than that you're looking for. You're looking for something that's beyond normal spiritual practice, meaning prayer or meditation. And then the other thing I got was renewal reversed, and you haven't found it yet. You've got all these people chatting in your ear and tugging on your ear and telling you what it is you need to do. But yet by the same token, when you're on YouTube, you're finding yourself, kind of stuck in the same mentality because nobody's clearing up anything for you. Everything is so amorphous.
Okay.
I don't know why I got that, but that's what I got. Yeah.
It's a good word, amorphous.
Amorphous.
Yeah. So Mimi, I have the Eight of Cups for you. This is that card of indifference. Jeff had this one earlier. Spiritually, you're sort of feeling like you don't know what cup to use to fill you up. There's many options. Things are always moving. And this indifference card suggests it's time for you to find a connection with your spirituality in a new and exciting way. Because the next card that I got is the Wheel of Fortune or Destiny. Mimi, you have grown. You continue to grow. You are not the same person as when you became aware of your spiritual journey. And part of it is as things change, you change, the world changes, and how you adjust to that is really critical. Part of how you adjust to that is the is the Chariot. You take action to it, and part of that action is doing something. In the traditional tarot, we see a chariot with the charioteer trying to hold on to the reins to keep the horses together. So I'm wondering if that's what's going on for you. And then I also have the King of Wands. You have some motivation to do this, and you need to figure out what it is to dangle in front of you. Here it's $1, but it doesn't have to be money. It can be this sense of connection or anything like that. That's a key thing, because part of having the King of Wands is being motivated, but also it's you dealing with the things that you don't necessarily like to look at. This bondage card is the devil. So the devil is the stuff that's inside of us. Mm-hmm. And with motivation, you can shine all sorts of light on the things that are inside of you that you're not willing to look at. So Mimi, I hope that helps. Hope that gives you some insights. And Lorraine, Longman Tarot, and Felicia Franklin, I have added you to the list. Mimi, I hope that reading makes some sense to you.
Mimi, I wanted to say something else too. I feel like you've given money to the church in tithes or something, like money and time or something.
Okay. All right. I'm still waiting for Iowa to say hello so that I know that they're here. Liz in Awe is next. Oh, and Mimi says no, hubby does.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Close.
So yeah, we're close. So Liz in Awe, may I have a reading? Do I focus on physical healing, or can I continue my development of spiritual gifts? Thank you. Took a severe downdraft, but recuperating. Thank you, Ioana. So, physical healing or spiritual gifts?
Okay, so I heard the words counterclockwise. I heard the words one and the same. I got the 2 of Cups for you, meaning I think they're one and the same for you. I don't think that what I'm saying is your view of it is, because why it came in reverse. Your view of it's kind of skewed, because you can't sacrifice one for the other. You have to do both. And that's easier said than done, when especially you have to devote time. I don't know if you're doing some type of outpatient physical therapy, or if you're doing, some sort of mindfulness training at the same time too, to cope with pain, or I'm hearing like holistic healing or something like that. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, in the normal writer way, this would come up and you'd see the caduceus for health in it. What I'm getting for you is that they're hand in hand. And then I got the other 2 cards are repeats from other readings. I got the 8 of Cups or Indifference reversed. So in other words, you don't want to take responsibility. It's like, it's not saying it's like you want to walk away from it, but you can't walk away from it without taking responsibility and owning both. And at the same time too, if you don't do it, it could make things worse if they haven't already been made worse. Somehow I feel like you're in a really bad holding pattern. And then I got the 4 of Swords reversed. So again, here we go. You're not able to meditate, not do those things, because you're not in the right frame of mind to realize that, yes, there are only certain numbers in a day. And I know, like this year, for instance, felt like the first 6 months have only felt like 2 in this year, or the first 7, but try to do those things that would make this upright, which is, to do whatever it is to make yourself mindful, whether it's even just breathing, your breathing techniques, and then move on from those, because otherwise you're going to be putting pressure on yourself, which is the last thing you need. And I think you're a person that is striving for perfection is what I'm getting, Liz.
Liz said, have miracle healers here in Cozumel and do self-Reiki. And I'm also, it's interesting because I got a very similar thing, is these are combined, because you're creating insomnia, trying to keep them separate. This is the Queen of Swords. There is a great deal of disharmony. This is the Three of Swords, but look how small that heart is. That heart should be much larger to help balance all of that. And then the last card that I have is the Six of Swords, which is healing. That is spot on. When you take what Jeff said and you combine them and allow that to transform you and to take you on that journey, both physical and spiritual, there's going to be a lot of healing that happens. So there you go, Liz. That's great. All right, Rain, I have you added. I hope we can get to you. And Ioana is here. And by the way, Kiba has shown up. And Rain, I did add you to the list. We'll see what we can do. Miss Charlotte has joined us. Hello. And so, Ioana, I am unemployed, so want to know if I will get a job soon. Thank you very much. And of course, these are for entertainment purposes only. And time can be a bit challenging, but we'll do what we can. I'm going to do reading around the energy of that in your work about looking at job.
All right, so I heard 3 things here at first. I heard obligation. I heard the word, what was the other one I heard? Well, doesn't matter. I got the Tower for you first. It's like, you need a job, but you want to take any job. And, I read from the energy of the question too, like, I'm unemployed, space, cap. So like, we all, have you ever known anyone who didn't have a job? I mean, yeah, we can do it, but this is a greater question for you, because I think you've been through enough of these Tower moments with jobs, probably kind of like me, who's had 7 or 8 since they graduated from college. And I think if you're going to keep repeating yourself, you're not going to want another Tower moment where you lose it. And I get that fear. That's what I think this is about. But I also think that there's this sort of, necessity, because you have these obligations that you have to meet. You can't just go roughshod and say, I can't work. So you have to change your perspective on how you work, is what I'm saying, because even in the corporate structure or any type of structure, there's going to be a hierarchy. There's going to be people at the top. There's going to be one person at the top and everyone else on the bottom, and yet by the same token too, you want it all. You want it all. And it's not that you don't want to work for it. You've worked for it so many different ways and tried everything, but there's something out there that resonates with you in a way that it wouldn't for someone else. Like, you can pick a lot of different things with this Ace of Cups card. You don't want to get hurt again, and that cup's still bubbling over. I think you're fresh out of a job, and I think that's what's painting this for you. So like, I do it the same way. I go and I just bomb all kinds of places and I play it up, and I go more on intuition. Try whatever it is that you've done before and do the opposite as far as looking for a job. If you relied more on heart, rely more on head. If you've relied more on head, rely more on heart.
Yeah. And I know there's a great sense of defeat about all of this. lots of things that you're doing. I think great advice from Jeff there is try to do don't try to do the opposite of what you have been, just to mix the energy up a little bit. And I also I start feeling about looking for a job differently. Is it drudgery, or is it an opportunity for you to get excited about something? Because I have the Ace of Cups, contentment. The Ace of Cups is supported by the King of Pentacles, wealth. So adjust a bit of how you're feeling about it.
Said that twice.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, and I'm, you know, it's hard. It is hard. I get it, but start recognizing the small things that are helping you, instead of focusing on all of the things that are not helping you. I have reflection, which is the high priestess. This, I'm going to say, you need to make sure that you have two different resumes that support you and the multiple aspects of yourself. And if you have an opportunity to have an interview, take an opportunity to ask people for some feedback on what you could do differently the next time with your interviews. Sometimes if there are people who will offer you help, that's a huge opportunity for you to move through this. You know, and I know this is really tough, but I mean, I have contentment, I have reflection, I have wealth. It feels pretty good. It's shifting, especially when you start focusing on the positives and looking at those opportunities. You may also have to, you know, I used to work in human resources. You may have to start at a you may have to start in a job lower than what you were expecting to get into a company and to prove that you can do it. So OMG, that criticism card, that's how it feels, doesn't it, when someone criticizes you? Yes, it does. Yeah. You're very welcome, Ioana. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Charlotte said, take time and look at your skills. Take the Myers-Briggs test. Yeah. See where your skills may be. There's lots of beautiful opportunities.
And depending upon the state, too, they might give it to you. I mean, it costs nothing in Massachusetts to do it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Well, and there's also opportunities for you can ask in your community to see if there's places that can help you find employment. So do take that. And Tom, early ritual or late ritual, has said, I think I said this before, this deck art reminds me so much of Bill Plimpton for some reason. So yeah. All right. Lorraine R., Longman Tarot, Felicia Franklin. We will try to get, how much time do I have for you, Jeff?
20 minutes.
Okay. We'll try to get through everybody. And Lorraine R. would ask for a
once I get him downstairs, someone else is going to take him, so I can come back. Okay. Yeah.
So. Well, you know, and Tom, you know, I'm kidding you. So Lorraine R., could I have a spiritual reading, please? The bullying just never ends. Well, have you rewatched your comments in the Tarot Scavenger Hunt? All right, Lorraine R., spiritual reading. What have we got for Lorraine R.?
Okay, so I feel like you've been burned somehow, and I don't know why I'm getting these hierarchical things about religion today, but I am. In your particular instance, I also heard the words self-flagellation. I'm wondering if you do a lot of this to yourself. I don't know if there was someone, because this is a reading where two of the cards are, I think, are about you, and this one of them is about someone else. I got decision reversed. I got Ace of Swords reversed. There was something, and it's weird. Just want to say this as an aside. These look like coins, and to me, they look like coins and pentacles, but they are. But it's actually the Ace of Swords card.
Mm-hmm.
You might have invested time or money into something that either didn't pay off or you felt like your efforts were not appreciated for what they were. And you might have felt as if with the Sun card that this was your moment to stand in the light, and this was your only moment to do it, and your only way to reach that enlightenment or begin that journey that you wanted to. But someone with the Ten of Swords put an abrupt end to it. I don't know if it was a relationship, but what I did hear was alternate. So there's something in you. Yeah, that could be it, Lorraine.
I raised my twin sister's children and found out when my husband passed that she
Lorraine,
was,
that's it.
yeah, sleeping with him for years. Could it be that?
So you were the one bearing the brunt of this, in the sense that after what came, all the spotlight was on you, and you felt like the self-flagellation. I'm seeing the Sun not in a positive light here. I'm seeing it more as something like you were examining your role in it. And when you were asking for a spiritual reading, when I heard self-flagellation, I'm like, this can't all be spiritual. So I'm going to turn it over to Gerald, but what I'm going to tell you is, whatever it is that you think you're doing to heal yourself right now, if it's punishing yourself or it's going over the same things over and over again, I'm the same type of person who will keep doing it until I die, unless I can break the cycle, and I have to actually get out of the house to do it. And I don't know what your situation is, if you have a support, a lifeline, any type of counseling. I don't know, but the energy here feels really heavy to me. I'm getting that in my neck, and I'm getting it in the back of my head.
Yeah. And I have, Lorraine, I have two twos. I have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Uncertainty and profit and loss. And spiritually, if you're doing things expecting a certain thing in return, that's never a good opportunity that really takes you out of the moment.
Yeah.
And this is that opportunity for you to balance it out, in the sense of stop thinking about, I'm doing this so that I can get this in return. Because these cards are supported by responsibility. Allow the universe to balance that out, and you just show up and you do the things that you can do. And also, this is an interesting thing. What are you responsible for? You take responsibility for only the things that you have responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take responsibility for someone else's bad choices. So you do that.
That baggage, that, I don't mean to interrupt, Gerald, but that baggage in the scale that is tipping the scale in that card looks like baggage to me, and it looks like that's what you're holding on to. I'm doing the same thing right now, so I know.
So let that go. And part of the way to let that go, Lorraine, is for you to be the dreamer. And this is the Knight of Cups. Get allow that emotional release. Get rid of it. Let the floodgates open. Do it on paper. Do it with a counselor. Do it with a good friend, someone that you trust, someone that you know is going to be able to support you, so that you can release that, and that then the scales will be balanced. Because what's going on is there's a whole lot of anxiety that's happening around this, and it's anxiety about things that for which you are not responsible.
Dizziness too, like an element of vertigo I'm getting.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
like it could take a toll on your health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Lorraine said, I have a boyfriend and we are both much older, and he's a farmer, and I don't get to see him as much as I wish.
Yeah, I got
I'm
that.
in the house constantly. Yeah.
I got constriction is what I was getting in the back.
Yeah.
So when I thought of that, I'm like, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hi, Rose Blue. Good to see you. It's scary how right on you are. I will definitely be taking your advice. Good. So, and Miss Charlotte will light a candle for you. Yeah. And Rain said Lorraine's reading resonated for her as well, especially the responsibility card.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So, all right. So, Richie Longman Tarot's up, and Felicia. So, and Richie is I'm going to say it's a general reading. He said he was out frolicking for his, could I have a reading from my ancestors and guides message, please? Why, yes, you can. I hope the frolicking was good, Richie.
Okay. So I heard shaman, SHAMAN. I heard broomstick, and I heard daredevil for some reason. Are you really adventurous? Like, are you really the type of person that has either pulled away in the past or would take a lot of risks? If there's something on the docket for you right now that you want to do, that you're thinking about, I'm wondering if you've been going over it in your head left and right, because it might be something. I don't know if you ever had a problem with gambling or any type of alcohol or anything like that, but even if you did, I don't think this is about that. I think this is about some sort of competition right now where you're trying to do something to fulfill a goal that you have. And you're always moving on to the next goal. I hear this like sort of fast paced sort of like marathon life. And that's why when I got this reversed, I just kind of got a little bit concerned, because if this comes in reverse at any point in the deck, to me, when you're looking at the major arcana and that shapes what comes after, and then sorrow comes, I'm just wondering if you are a betting person, and not a betting in the money sense, but most of the time you win. And then I got this card. I just feel like the rug could be snatched out from under you. So, but this also can mean too that you're digging your heels in too deeply, or you want to dig your heels in. You're like, no, I'm gonna do this. Like it's like he's putting it in the ground. So it's up to you to make the decision. If you're in this community, you clearly have a grasp on what it is you need to do. So I'm just saying that I get a lot of adventuresome energy with you. Just make sure that it's not running too quickly, and that you're making not knee-jerk reaction or decisions all the time.
And Richie says that's true. Always moving on to next project.
Wow. Okay.
So, Richie, I have three major arcana. I pulled 3 cards, and they're all major arcana. So, surprise. I have the Tower, disappointment. Something is not exactly what you thought it was. You have disappointment, and I'm wondering if you're feeling you're disappointed in yourself. The ancestors and guides are not disappointed in you. This is all about you. I got the responsibility card again, justice. And so it's important for you to look at and evaluate with clarity what it is that's weighing you down and what you can get rid of. This card is supported by the Ace of Cups, the contentment. So what is it? It's almost like you do that tidying up, the Marie Kondo, where okay, what is it that I'm doing that's bringing me joy, and what is not? So what do I remove from it? Yeah. So, but then I ended with the Fool. You had that, but you had it reversed.
Wow.
And so yeah, and this is interesting. This is the, once you clear that stuff out, then you can start that new thing. And I also get a feeling that you need a bit of I have supporting that. I have isolation. I have the Four of Swords. You need a bit of a break in order to be able to do this. You need some alone time so that you can actually go, okay, what is out, and then let's just start. Let's move through. So there you go, Richie. I hope that helps. Wow. Thank you. Needed that. Cool.
Thank you, Ange.
Thank
you see Ange. What Ange said? Yeah, there you go.
Tapped in. Yep, I'm feeling it. So thank you. And Mousy is peeking in. Hello, Mousy. And we've got 3 more: Felicia, Rain, and then Unique.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to take him downstairs. Get it done.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about you while you're gone.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah. And Richie said he always likes his own space. So, but all right. Any messages from my ancestors? All right. All right, so messages from the ancestors. All right. Hi, Joyful Journey. Okay, so Felicia, the first card that I have is the message from your ancestors is this is profit and loss. This is the Two of Pentacles. This is the card of balance. And Pentacles are about your physical environment, your body, and your money. And I think what the ancestors are saying here for you is that you're trying to find that constant balance of what you could be doing, what you are doing, what is in the past, what is in the present, and what's in the future. So pay attention to this, because sometimes this could get a little it could get a little iffy, especially if you're weighing on it too heavily. This is the card of making sure that things are equal, and that they are not necessarily equal, but they are moving appropriately. I also got the Ace of Pentacles. And so from ancestors, I would say your ancestors are supporting you. They are around you whenever you need it. And they are encouraging you to remember that they are available to help you. If you don't do something to honor your ancestors, I would encourage you to do something to honor your ancestors and invite them in to help you. And then I have the Six of Pentacles. Wow, all 3 of these are pentacles. So this is about honoring, and it is about your physical environment. This is compassion. Six of Pentacles is oftentimes the card, and I like this, is you see the words that are coming out of the mouth. be careful of what you say. And oh, interesting. I would say it's really important for you to share the stories of those ancestors that you've had, because that helps them live on. Share the stories, share the tales. So, what do you have, Jeff?
So I heard a couple things. I heard the word when I came back in, and when I heard what the question was. I heard coat of arms. I heard like something like that. I also heard exuberance. I heard inhibition and all sorts of stuff. What they're saying to me is that you need to free yourself a little bit from, because I got two of wands. The plans and the possibilities of what you can do are a lot more than what they may have shown you in this life, whether it was they as your parents or what it is that you believed they thought you could do. And you were always trying to please them, but you were able to please them because you did it your way. You did achieve stability. You had a home life where maybe you felt trapped or competitive with other members of your family. I'm hearing more about your father than I am your mother for some reason, but they're looking down on you and they're applauding what you've done. They just want you to have a little bit more fun. And the way I read this was, even though it's the devil card to me, when it's the devil card, and there are certain things from which I'm hearing the word encumbered. You're encumbered, or you need to be unencumbered by what it is that you're feeling right now about what it is you haven't done in life, because it's been more than enough. And they're telling me that.
Wow. So thank you, Felicia. I hope that gives you some insight from your ancestors. And we have 2 readings left. We have Rain and then Unique. Unique, please let me know that you are here so we can definitely do your question. And Rain's question is, a general reading for August, please. And Felicia said, very accurate. Thank you. And thank you, Andre, for being a new subscriber. Rain. May I have a general reading for August?
Andre has a question too.
Yeah, unfortunately, questions are closed this time. I'm doing readings later in the week, so stay subscribed and you'll see notifications. So, all right. Rain, I'm gonna go because I got the 10 of Cups. Rain, things are good for August. This is marriage. This is the 10 of Cups. Lots of things are starting to come to fruition, and it's one of those things that all of the hard work is paying off. And notice all of the benefits that are around you. And then I got partnership, so a 2 of Cups. So this is an interesting one where I love this, where it's that look for people who help support you and who are also able to help you stay centered in this world, especially in August, because I know you do a lot of gardening, and the crops are coming in, and you may need some help to be able to do that. And then I have renewal, judgment. The end of August, be careful of what the universe is listening to what you are saying. So please make sure that what you are saying, oh, look at that. Okay. We got total support for that. So what you're saying, the universe is hearing. So do pay attention to that. So that's what I have for you, Rain. Ooh, yay.
So I got interesting cards for you. They're not negative at all. So that's a good thing. I kept hearing like the lowlands or the badlands or flat earth or like coyote or something like that. I don't know if you're fond of like Wyoming or that part of the country, but I got dreamer for you, meaning Knight of Cups. And I guess this could be that marriage offer or something maybe coming in. And I also feel like it's at a point in your life where you're ready to do it now, because you haven't, and because I heard the word definition and definite, you have the ability to stand on your own 2 feet with this now, because then this marriage will be more about, or this relationship will be more about a reciprocity than it is about reliance. And I think that's important for you to hear for some reason. I don't know if something went sour in the past, but that's what I got for you.
Yeah. And Rain did say, if I could hug you, I'd give you a huge hug. I love everything you said. Thank you. You're welcome. And thanks, Rain. Ooh. Yeah, that was a nice little reading for August. And Rain said, oh, Jeff, thank you so much. Huge hug. Or hug. You guys are giving me goosebumps. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And our last reading for this session is for Unique. How to end the suffering love cycle peacefully with my person. Okay, so looks like you are wanting to end a relationship, and how do you do so peacefully? Okay, and we'll do what we can, and as always, entertainment purposes only. Everybody, please remember to like and subscribe to our channels. Links are below to that.
Yeah, please come over to mine and leave a comment and subscribe too, please.
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird.
Okay, don't Unique, hovering there. Start talking.
They're the same cards from before.
Okay.
All 3 of them. Okay, so I heard 3 things with you. I heard impersonate, and I heard singularity. I'm feeling like he's the one. I mean, you're doing the things to him that don't help the situation, is what I'm getting, because I did get this again, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, excuse me. And the longer you keep stringing him along with no offer, but yet he thinks there is, the worse it's going to get. So I'm reading these cards on a different level. And then I got the Ace of Pentacles. This can be a resource. It doesn't have to be money. It can be a promise, a pentacle, when it's either like when it's an Ace of Pentacles. I feel like a promise was made recently in the midst of all the throes of this, which are the worst the relationship's ever been. And you're too kind. You're too kind to let it go. You're too kind, and you feel not beholden to him, but some sort of kinship with him. And I hate the term soul contract, but that's what's coming in. You might have something along those lines with him from a previous life. So let him down easy, go gently. I can't make you love me if you don't.
Well, so what I've pulled is I have pulled the Page of Pentacles. So Unique, I think this is this is trying to do things in a new way. You are trying to, if you've got money intertwined with each other, start, not doing that. And I also have profit and loss. So this is this is the Two of Pentacles. This card has shown up several times. It is about making sure that things are balanced. If things are not balanced, you need to say something sooner rather than later. And because we also have the Four of Pentacles, the Miser. And if you're not getting out what you need from the relationship and you're not saying anything, you're not giving an opportunity for it to be different for either of you. And I know anytime relationships cease to exist as they were, it's very challenging. You may need to get some support and some professional help to help you think things through. Because this is yes, or end the hurt. I'm so attached to him, even though it hurts. Well, yeah, because you need to have this enthusiasm, the Knight of Wands, to get inspired to find the things that you really, really want, Unique. Because when you don't do that, we have deception. We have the Seven of Swords, and Jeff, in your card, and in I think your Six of Pentacles, you have these bubbles, these word bubbles. So what's happening is you're not being honest with what's going on, and when you are deceiving yourself, and trust me, I've ended some relationships. It's very hard. It's very challenging. And the way you respond to it, you can do it. You can do it in many different ways, but, making sure, if you're being honest with yourself and you're talking about you, being appropriate for where you're putting your energy, it's less about when you do that, it's less about you haven't given me this, but I've given you that. It's not about that. You need to have the enthusiasm so that you are and understand that you are leaving something behind that's not fulfilling you. So, Unique, I know this is a really hard situation. So, and I wish you the best with this. It's so hard, especially. And the other thing to remember, and this is just Gerald talking, this is not the cards. It is when you bring this up, you've been thinking about it for a while, and this person may not have been thinking about it. So it's new to them. They need time to process it as well. So, all right. Unique, thank you for being here. So, and it looks like we're getting some great support from Rain there. Unique, I've been through that. Support systems build your strength and resolve to follow through. Sometimes we have to accept it might not be peaceful, but we have to go through it for our own happiness. And when I finally started opening up and accepting friends' support, I found my strength. So, Unique, I wish you the best. I know this is really hard. This is very, very hard. So, wow. Thank you, everybody, for being here as we've done readings with, using the Visions of Life Tarot. So this has been great.
This has been fun, and I think it goes even faster than when I'm watching a show as a viewer.
Yeah. It's really great. So, all right, everybody, thank you so very much. We will say farewell. And Jeff, you're on a show in like 10 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah,
5 minutes. So,
yeah.
All right.
The Seven of Pentacles, everybody, over at Tarot Your Way in my channel. Yep. You're into education on a Sunday. So.
There you go. And you can always watch the playback. Because that's very good. So, all right, everybody, take care. Bye.
Bye, everyone.